fare never the worst. Don't be telling everybody's business. Somebody tell you something, don't be telling everybody. Whether it be to a friend or foe, whether it be to a friend or enemy, foes or enemy. Talk not of other men's lives, and if thou canst without offense reveal them not. For he that heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee. Hear that? You going around being a talebearer, telling everybody's business. And when they hear about it, they're going to hate you. If thou hast heard a word, you heard a word, let it die with thee. And be bold. It will not burst thee. It ain't going to burst you. It ain't going to burst. I just got to tell somebody. That's how people. I got to tell somebody. You tell somebody, next thing you know, they're going to hate you. They confided in you. They gave a word to you. Well, he said, let it die with you. You ain't going to burst. There's other things you can think about. Other things you can deal with. Get it off your mind. Now, if you dealt with it, get it off your mind. Leave it alone. Because if they find out, they're going to hate you. So a fool travaileth with a word. You're a fool now. You've been taught a word. You've been told a word. Something concerning someone. A fool travaileth with a word. You know, it's like you just, like I say, you ain't going to burst, but you just, I got to tell somebody. I got to get this out. I got to tell somebody. As a woman in labor of a child. That's why I say a fool travaileth with a word. You know, the lady have contractions. And they fall apart and they get closer and closer and closer till the baby is born. That's what it says. You know this, and it's like eating you up alive and just keep eating you up more and more and more and more and more until you just gotta tell somebody. They say, as an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly. You better know who you're talking to. I don't know if y'all ever know anything stabbing your thigh, that hurt bad. An arrow in the man's thigh, so is a word you get to a fool, man. It's in his belly. He can't wait to just spew it out. A lot of times, that's how rumors get started. You know, you tell someone something, and by the time they get back to you, what was said, it's all twisted. You know, that happened. The brother stood at the podium, and he went to the first brother in the first seat and told him something and said, pass it around, went all around, and then the last person to hear whatever it was that he supposedly had said to the first brother, by the time it came up to it, it was all changed, all different. Everybody putting their twist in this and that and this and whatever. Instead of saying what he said, you explain it, say exactly what I'm saying to the next person. You think it came back the same? No. Look at in far as, you know, you having friends. It says, admonish a friend, it may be he have not done it. And if he have done it, that he do it no more. You know, tell him, hey man, that wasn't right. He said, I didn't do that. I didn't do that, okay. And if he did do it, then he don't do it no more. It's your friend. It says, admonish thy friend, which is your friend, it may be he have not said it. You know. Might be something that somebody said he did. If you asked him about it, that was wrong, man. I didn't say that. Might be he didn't say it. And if he have, that he speak it not again, that he don't speak anything of that nature again. Admonish a friend, many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale. See? Like I told you. Yeah, I mean, it was right there for everybody to see. He went off the podium, said it to the first brother, went around, everyone, just one little thing that he said. By the time he got it back, it was all twisted. It might be that he didn't say it. You might say something to someone, by the time it go around, all these rumors, people running their mouth, you tell them what they said and you said. Verse 16, there is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. He might slip in his, what he says, but not in his mind. And who is he that has not offended with his tongue? You have said something that you really didn't mean, or you have slipped from saying something that you didn't really want to say it. You want to say it another way, but in your mind you thought it one way, but you didn't explain it in that way. That's what it's saying. And with that, comes many discrepancy within, peers and even friends, Verse 17, admonish thy neighbor before you threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. See? And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. See? You gotta look at what the law says. Most High, He gonna handle it. So I said, give place to the law of the Most High. So you know what's right. You can talk to someone that knows what's right. But if you go and you try to counsel somebody about what the Most High says, and they wicked as hell, what do you think? They gonna bring hell, additional hell to you, where you're gonna be like, what? That's not what I meant. But if you don't know the laws of the Most High, then what you gonna go by? The way of the world. That's it. And some people, that's the only way you can go deal with. But you're dealing with people of the world, therefore that's what you can expect. You can't expect nothing no different than what it is that how our people think in the world. Off. Being off. Period. And that's how it's going to be. Ecclesiasticus 19, and we was reading from 6 on down. Verse 18 says, the fear of the Most High that we've been talking about all day, the fear of the Most High is the first step to be accepted of Him, and wisdom obtaineth His love. See? Verse 22, listen to this closely, all you youth out there and adults. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudent or wise. Say, that's why you got to know who you want to accept counsel from, who you're going to actually deal with. Wisdom is proper application of knowledge. You won't get the proper application of knowledge from. Because you get the proper application of someone that's wicked, they're going to give you what? The proper application of what? Wickedness. That's why I say it ain't wisdom. That wisdom he's looking for is the wisdom of the Most High. Wisdom of what pleases Him. What's right in His eyes and not in man's eyes. A lot of you are going to do whatever you're going to do because you want to please somebody, or you dealing with being bullied, or you dealing with some type of insecurities within yourself, while you allow man to dictate what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. What do man know? We know in part and prophesy in part. And if man not spiritual, he ain't going to be able to deal with you anyway, properly. Proverbs 10 and 7. Proverbs 10 and 7. The memory of the just is blessed. You know, the memory of the just is blessed. Just those that are keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, fearing the Most High, has been going over all day, crying to the Most High for all the abominations that's being done, the filthy, wicked acts, the sins that's being done amongst us, the children of Israel. That's the just. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. Hear that? But the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart, the wise in mind, and thinking will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. Forget it. You finish, you're going to fall. Because what you prating about? I ain't got to do that. We ain't under the law. We're in the mercy and grace. Don't even know what you're saying. Ask you to define mercy and grace. And watching you have mercy and grace when you're wicked, when you're doing all the things the Most High say don't do. Why would He give you mercy and grace? But this is our people. This is what we do. This is what we've been programmed to do, I must say. Look at Proverbs 18 and 2. Proverbs 18 and 2. A fool have no delight in understanding. Look at that. A fool have no delight in understanding. So you're a fool if you don't want this understanding. That's what He's telling you. A fool have no delight in understanding, but that his heart, his mind may discover itself. Whatever's good for itself. But you ain't dealing with the Most High if you don't want the instruction of this Bible to be able to lead you in the way of righteousness, to have the pure wisdom, which is the proper application, coming from the Most High, and you're a fool. You're only going to find your own way. And what it tells you, that's a sad thing to be able to find your own way without the Most High involved in it, and the Mashiach Yahushua involved in it. Be like, man, you on your own. What you are, you on your own. What you gonna do when He comes for you? You can't do nothing. But what it is that you're able to do for yourself. That's what He's telling you. You won't be caught up like that. Look at Proverbs 12. And 8. A man shall be commended according to his wisdom, but he that is of a perverse heart, perverse mind, shall be despised. See, you're supposed to be commended according to your wisdom of this book, of the word of the Most High, of the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua, from what you have read and what you understand and what you can bring forth. Not anything else. Because you can hand it to someone that has a doctrine. They say, read this. They say, I don't understand. Somebody don't have anything. Let's pour it up. Read this. I don't understand. But they be commended in this world. But you say, hey, well, show me. They always talking about, I want to thank God. Well, show me who you're talking about in this Bible. This is where He's at, right? He's asking this. You show me the God of the Bible? Okay, well, the God of the Bible should show me who He is. Can't show you nothing. You know? I've seen people go to John 3:16, can't even find it. That's a shame. But that's real. That's real, people. Look at Proverbs 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Most High is to hate evil. The fear of the Most High, when we talk about all the time, is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. See? Proverbs 22 and 5. Now before you go there, look at, so we did Proverbs 7 and 7. and beheld among the simple ones. I discern among the youth a young man void of understanding. How many times have we seen this while we're looking at it? Say he's seen among the youth a young man void of understanding. Understanding what? Understanding what's righteous in the eyes of the Most High. How to live righteously. How to apply this in their life so they can be blessed. And see beyond what this world thinks it can offer you. We're looking at the whole kingdom, everything, the whole universe. Through the power of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, ruling in righteousness. And being able to be blessed at this time. Being under the shadow of the Most High. Ooh. That's why my favorite side told us, man, hey, his sheep hear his voice. And they follow him. So if you don't hear it, how you a sheep if you ain't talking about him? How you never hear someone talking about him, so how are they his sheep? You just talking about yourself and our nation, or as an Israelite, or basically about you, I, without giving him the exaltation. Look. St. John, the 10th chapter. Verse 27, he said, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life. Yeah? His sheep, he gonna give eternal life. And they shall never perish. Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. So they ain't gonna never perish and give them eternal life. So ain't no man gonna be able to pluck them out of his hand. My Father which gave them me is greater than all. And no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. I and my Father are one. So ain't nobody able to pluck you out of the Most High's hand if you are Hamashiach Yahushua's sheep. And he told us in John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. Do what I say do. Which I'm going to do what the Most High say. So I'm going to show you. He said, that's why he said, I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws that's going to lead to everlasting life. But now you want to follow the wicked, because the wicked been thrown in your face. The evil been thrown in your face. The devil been thrown in your face. Satan been thrown in your face. Every day you go to school, as a child, they got to be shown the devil, wickedness, and Satan. They took the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua out. They took the Bible out of the school, so who they leave there? I got to keep saying that because it got to register in your mind that you know what you send your children to. That's why the scripture says, in the spirit of the Most High, all in the spirit of the Most High. Listen, we did it before, and we doing it now as a people. Better recognize this is real, people. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Doing the same old things that we've done before. Look at that's what we did. Here we are doing the same thing, repeating the same thing over and over again. And don't even care. Go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles, that's what you call yourself, but you're really Israel, but you call yourself Gentiles, and you just like the other Gentiles that are truly the Gentiles, the other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice the devils. And how many of our people have stood up for Caesar Borgia like that's Hamashiach Yahushua? our big brother that's written about in this Bible. No. He said he had hair of wool. Said his feet were so dark, said his feet was like a fine brass that been burned in the furnace. Very, very dark skinned man. Negro at that, from the tribe of Judah. Listen, 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Most High's table and of the table of devils. See? What you dealing with? And you have sacrificed your children to devils. That's why it's sad to say, but this is what has happened to us as a people, and we love to have it so because we like to be following the same way that whatever's presented to us, that's what we go for. We know about a bunch of gophers, but going for the wrong thing. We got the Most High. Look at what the Most High said in Deuteronomy 32 and 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, can't tell them nothing, can't correct them, can't show them how to be wise, can't show them how to have understanding. It says, for they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. See? What's being said going over their head because they so programmed to be polluted in their thinking. That's why I say your brain is polluted. Your brain polluted, not washed, because Mashiach Rashai said in St. John 15:3, now you are clean through the word that I speak unto you, paraphrasing. The words, these words make you clean. You know, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth, you see? But if you don't know the word, then how you clean? You filthy McNasty. As they would have you be, because you following devils. As it is written. Oh, that they were wise, verse 29, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. He's screaming at you. Oh, that you were wise, and that you would understand this, that you would consider your latter end. See, I ain't understanding. Your latter end gonna be this. You gonna come back to the way of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushai, he make it clear. He make it clear. Ezekiel 22, we're going to Revelation later. Ezekiel 22 and 20. Here it is. Your latter end. If you don't come back to the Most High. That's why he's warning you. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, for not following him, not wanting to be instructed of his word, and I will leave you there and melt you. That's from the Most High. Thus say the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I'm going to leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you. You're going to gather us. Everybody. Ain't nobody going to escape this. So I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. And he told you twice, I'm going to melt you. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. Now, here it is here. Whether you want to accept it or not. Go to Revelation 20 and 15. Revelation 20 and 15. And whosoever it is, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So what you think this lake of fire gonna do? Melt you. Period. That's why you gotta come back to righteousness. Or you're gonna receive exactly what he said he's gonna do. Can't nobody stop this. Your mama can't stop it, your daddy can't stop it. None of your family members can stop it. You can't even stop it. Unless you repent, come back to the law, such a man of the Most High, have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, have a fear of the Most High, and cry unto the Most High. Sincerely. That's the only time he ever had pity on us. And the nations know that. That's why they're not going to show you the right way. They're going to show you the wrong way so that you can continue to do as you've been doing and receive what it is that the Most High is going to bring upon you. That's why it's very important, people, that we come back to learning the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments before it's too late. Before it's too late. We have an opportunity. You have to make that choice. Choose life or death. That's it. And it's important that you know so you can teach your children. So they'll know. Ecclesiasticus 7:25. Ecclesiasticus 7:25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding. So marry thy daughter, and so have you performed a weighty matter. But give your daughter to a man of understanding. Not just any old, here he come, Johnny come. That's why the daughter got to understand the truth, so she ain't out there dealing with a man of misunderstanding. Or he look cute, so now you gonna go with him. Now you ain't got nothing but whatever he giving you, and that's something to take away with you, or something to carry for the rest of your life. You know, a baby or something of that nature. Or it could be a disease, or it could be just hit and run. Just hit it and be gone. You're thinking about no commitment to you. That's why you gotta know. Ask questions, and you know. Usually with the Israelites, we brought them around, you know, the marriages were pretty much arranged. But no, that's why he's telling you. Why you think it's saying give your daughter to? Because, you know, we had a big controversy about daughter can be able to do whatever she wanted to do. And I gave examples of we as our custom, not as, you know, this world would be today, where our people don't know. Say, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding. He didn't say she can just go out there and do whatever she wanted to do. It said give her to a man of understanding. Even Esau says, who is it that gives away this daughter? It's her daddy, usually, a walker down the aisle. Even in this wicked society, you see? Give her away to a man of understanding. Not just to anyone. Hast thou a wife after thy mind, forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman, an airhead. So you got a woman that wants to know what you know. Hey, don't forsake her. She want to be to learn. She want to learn from you. Don't forsake her, but don't give your mind over to a airhead, like a light woman that don't really want to know this, don't want to learn this. What it's saying. Very important. Wisdom of Solomon 4. And let's look at verse 6. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 6. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. See? So we got to make sure that we doing things right. We done messed up enough, y'all. We done messed up enough. That's why it's time for us to get it right. Proverbs 19 and 18. Proverbs 19 and 18. It's time for us to come right before the Most High, before He melts you. He just said. Proverbs 19 and 18. Chasten thy son while there is hope. When it say chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. You know? Don't feel sorry for his crying. Chasten your son while there is hope. Because once he gets big enough, you ain't going to be doing that. And he going to shame you, as we've been reading. Chasten, like, not no time out. Listen, like, you get time out of this. Time out of this. Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. You know, said spare the rod, you spoil the child. You know, spoiled milk smell. He said, chasten, whoop that butt while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. Don't care about his crying. What you got to say about that, America? Those that feel that is right the way they telling you the way it's got to be. Proverbs 23 and 13. Ready for this? Proverbs 23:13. Withhold not correction from the child. Say, withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beateth him with the rod, he shall not die. Listen, withhold not correction from the child. You got to correct the child. For if thou beateth him with the rod, he shall not die. So you beat him with the rod, he ain't going to die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell, from the Most High melting him, as we read. Come deliver his soul from hell, being thrown in the lake of fire. Mark 4 and 12. Mark 4 and 12. The children are precious. They're precious. Mark 4 and 12. Let's read verse 9. Mark 4 and 9. Because he gave analysis of those that fell by the wayside, those that fell among thorns, those that fell among stony ground, and those that fell among good ground. Parable, riddle. You figure it out. That's what he's saying. It ain't for everybody. That's why he's going to clearly let you know this ain't for everyone. Right here. When you talk about everybody going to be saved, all this is going to be saved, and everybody going to be saved, all you do is call on the name of the Lord and all that. No. Listen what he said. This is from Mashak Shai. Mark 4 and 9. And he said unto them, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear. And y'all have ears to hear, else you wouldn't be on this, conference call, or you wouldn't be on the internet listening. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12, so he's speaking to a multitude of people on the shoreline as he went out to a ship and spoke. So some of them have enough sense to come with the 12 to ask of him the parable, ask of him to understand the riddle that he's just said, that I just gave. Verse 11, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of the Most High. See, certain people going to be inquiring. Some people that don't inquire, they don't want to know the mystery of the Most High, or the kingdom of the Most High, or the secrets of the Most High, secrets of the kingdom of the Most High. But unto them that are without, a lot of people are going to be without. 2/3 of our people in the 12 tribes of Israel, only 1/3 is the sheep that's going to hear his voice, the remnant, the ransom, the election, you know. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. Why? That seeing they may see and not perceive. They might see what this Bible is saying, but not perceive the understanding of it. And hearing they may hear and not understand. See? They might hear what they're hearing, but they don't understand. Why? Least at any time that they in this Bible, in this word, hearing what's being said, it being broken down to them, lest at any time in their life, he's saying, lest at any time they should be converted. They should be converted. They'll be changed, become a new man, become a new creature, be born again with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this word. Least at any time, you got to hear this, they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. Now, if your sins not forgiven you, you're going to be melted. You will be thrown in the lake of fire, and your name is not going to be written in the book of life if your sins not forgiven you. That'll let you know right there, he don't want everybody to be saved. Straight up. That's why you got to stop saying all this is going to be saved, because that all is a certain number. And we know the number is 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. When you go into Romans 11:26 to look at all Israel shall be saved, and what you got to do to be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is unforgivable in this world and the world to come. Remember that. So we looked at the word all, and all means a certain number. It don't mean every last Israelite gonna be saved. Look at all the Israelites that have blasphemed the Holy Spirit. Come on. That's unforgivable in this world and the world to come. Believe that. And he just let you know right here, he don't want everybody to be saved. Period. Case closed. He don't want everybody to be forgiven of their sins either. You can't make it mean something else. It's clear. Ecclesiastes 33 and 21. Ecclesiastes 33 and 21. I hope y'all seeing all this, because this is why we have a lot of problems that we have, because we have not been taught right, and now that you're hearing how it should be, gotta work it. Ecclesiastes 33 and 21. For better it is that thy child should seek to thee, than that thou shouldst stand in their courtesy. So it's better that our children should seek to us as adults than we gotta stand and they, gotta be, taking care of us. Colossians 3 and 20. Colossians 3 and 20. Hope y'all all right. Colossians 3 and 20. Colossians 3 and 20. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Most High. Reason why I say that, because what it tell you in the law. Go to Exodus the 20th chapter. It's the 10 Commandments in Exodus the 20th chapter. Exodus 20 and verse 12. This is the first commandment after the Most High told us how to love and serve Him. So now he's showing us in the next commandments of how we love and serve each other. First one for us is Exodus 20 and 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee. That's the first commandment of promise. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Most High thy power giveth us. So, Colossians 3 and 20 again, it says, children, obey your parents in all things, whatever they tell you to do. For this is well-pleasing unto the Most High. It's well-pleasing to the Most High. Ephesians 6 and 1. Ephesians 6 and 1. Ephesians 6 and 1. Children, obey your parents by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Obey your parents in following the Most High, in the name of the Lord and Savior, to follow what the Most High just told you. For this is right. See? Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. And it tells you, and ye fathers of the children, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Most High, according to his word, like he told us in Psalm 78 and 5 previously, that they may teach their children commandments of the Most High, and they may teach their children the commandments of the Most High. And we have a better word of Israel, you see. Go to 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter. 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Look at what it's saying here. Let's look at let's start at verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days, and so where we at in the last days, perilous, dangerous times shall come. He warned us. In these last days, he said, dangerous times going to come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. This is all happening in these last days that we're living in now. Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. So we used to have all these things. Truce breakers. Say your word was your bond. They need no contract. Your word, truce breakers, false accusers, lying on each other, against the law, breaking the laws of the Most High, inconsistent, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, hating on your brother because he's trying to be righteous, traitors, can't trust them, go against you, traitors, heady, high-minded, prideful, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. Tell them you ain't supposed to have intercourse on the Sabbath just one day, but they want to have that pleasure instead of lovers of the Most High to give him that day, that 24-hour day, period, on the Sabbath. At any time, anything. I mean, just they mean more than loving the Most High to do what he says we're supposed to be doing. Period. Having a form of righteousness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Hear that? So you got a reason to turn away from some people. To avoid them. From such turn away, it says. For of this sort are they which creep in the houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Wow, that's deep. So they ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's sad, but it's real, people. That's why we have to look at what this is saying. Look at verse 13. But evil men and seducers, remember the righteous are more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. So it says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and have been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures. See, that's why a child's supposed to be learning the Holy Scriptures. Since you learn them, you teach them to your children. That's what it said. And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation, power and authority on this earth, through faith which is in Bahasham Mashiach, our Shai, going to the Most High on our path. Say all Scripture is given by the inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, which is instruction of keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Right? Doing the right things. Following the laws of the Most High is good. Following the Most High is he's good. That's why I go to 2nd Ezra 9:22. There's something you can't do anything about. We just hope the best for our people. 2nd Ezra 9:22 says what? Let the multitude perish then. Hear that? Let the multitude of people perish then, which was born in vain. And they definitely the ones that's, as it says in Ecclesiastes 3:24, don't trust in your vain opinion when evil suspicion on their judgment. That's why it said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant. Why? For with great labor have I made it perfect. So yeah. So when you see here in 2 Timothy 3:17 that the man of the Most High may be perfect, we could be made perfect because the Most High said with his labor, he's making us perfect. Those that's going to be the men of the Most High. For with great labor have I made it perfect. And you can't go against the Most High. Your arm's too short to fight with the Most High. I don't care how long it was, you still couldn't fight with the Most High. He said the earth is my footstool. He put his heel on the earth. That's why it says in 2 Timothy 3:17 that the man of the Most High may be perfect, because the Most High is laboring to make him perfect. Thoroughly furnished with unto all good works. And the good works that he's talking about is keeping the laws of the Most High. That's the only thing that's good, and the Most High is good. But you don't say you good. You figure you just as good as the Most High. But you ain't. We ain't nothing but wretched, like you call us, wretched menstrual cycle rags that a woman have on her cycle. You don't learn about that. But you think your God is all love. But he loves us enough to be able to correct us and tell us how he think about us, so that we can be made perfect. Mark 10:13 and 14. Mark 10:13 and 14. I'm just about finishing up here. Mark 10:13 and 14. Mark 10 and 13. And they brought young children to him, that he should touch them. And his disciples rebuked those that brought them. So they brought little children to Mashiach Yahushua. He could touch them. And the disciples rebuked those that brought the children to him. But when the Mashiach Yahushua saw it, he was much displeased and said unto them, and I'll show you how out of order they were, how out of the spirit they were. They rebuked them that brought the children so he could touch them. But when the Mashiach Yahushua saw it, verse 14, he was much displeased and said unto them, suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of the Most High. For of such is the kingdom of the Most High. Verily, truly I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of the Most High as a little child, he shall not enter therein. For the child is innocent. The child ain't polluted with all the madness that you had all those years. The more years you live, unless you dealing spiritually with the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, the more pollution you put into your soul. And he took them up in his arms, put his hands upon them, and blessed them. Little children, he blessed them. Hebrews 12 and 9. Hebrews 12 and 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Fathers are supposed to be correcting the children. That's why as grown men, he said we have fathers of our flesh, which corrected us. And we gave them reference, gave them respect and reference. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Shall you not be much more in subjection to the Father of spirits, the Father of angels, and live? And your name be written in the book of life and not cast into the lake of fire. That's what we're talking about. If you live, choose life or death. You don't live or die. For they rarely for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure.